This is the developmental network for the good place. If the Eleanor gene gets transcribed, that means the good place experiment failed, because Eleanor realizes she isn't actually in the good place. The Eleanor gene is activated by the Chidi gene, because his confusion helps her figure out she's in the bad place. The Chidi gene is activated by the Tahani gene, because she tells him she loves him, and causes him anxiety and confusion. In the show, Tahani does this because she does not have a soulmate. Jason was supposed to be Tahani's soulmate, but when it is revealed that he is not, she tries to find one. Back to the developmental map, since Tahani will not try to find the Chidi gene when the Jason gene is present, the Jason gene inhibits the Tahani gene. In the show, Janet falls in love with Jason, which means he is no longer pretending to be Tahani's soulmate. Therefore, the Janet gene represses the Jason gene. The Michael gene activates the Janet gene, because in the show, he steals her from the actual good place and brings her to his neighborhood. This means that if everything goes according to the developmental map, the Michael gene activates the Janet gene. The Janet gene represses the Jason gene. Without the Jason gene present to repress the Tahani gene activates the Chidi gene. The Chidi gene activates the Eleanor gene, which means the experiment has failed. If Janet is removed, the good place experiment would succeed. Since the Jason gene would not be repressed, it would be able to repress the Tahani gene. Since the Tahani gene is repressed, the Chidi gene never gets activated, and subsequently, neither does the Eleanor gene. This means the experiment has succeeded. If Jason was removed, the good place experiment would fail. In this situation, the Tahani gene would not be repressed, and the developmental map continues as normal, as the Tahani gene would activate the Chidi gene, which would activate the Eleanor gene, meaning the good place experiment failed. If the Janet gene and Chidi gene are removed, the good place experiment would succeed. The Janet gene does not repress the Jason gene, and since the Jason gene is active, the Tahani gene is repressed. This would normally mean that the Chidi gene never gets activated, but since it's already absent, there is nothing to activate the Eleanor gene. This means the experiment has succeeded. If the Michael gene and Jason gene are removed, the good place experiment would fail. The absence of the Michael gene means that the Janet gene was never activated. This would normally mean that the Jason gene would not be repressed, but since the Jason gene is not present to begin with, the Tahani gene is not repressed, and therefore activates the Chidi gene. The Chidi gene then activates the Eleanor gene, meaning that the experiment has failed.